Welcome back, guys. This is Mellow7 with our next installment of Rimworld. So, our last adventure ended a little sooner than I'd planned, although that's the joys of Randy Random. You don't know if he's going to take it easy on you, as he did on kind of my unofficial playthrough one evening, where I lasted hours until trying to get into until I started trying to travel, or whether he just unleashes all hell on you early on like he did against us in that save. So, I had a little bit of thinking to do, and I've decided we have spent more of our time aimed towards the Empire than we have towards the Rebels. My most fun so far has been the Empire Strike Back series, where we had our stormtroopers. So I think we're kind of going to do something similar, except we're going to go Rebel, and I think we're going to make a team of Rebel scouts, raiders, whatever you want to call them, that can land on the planet, and their goal is to attack Imperial facilities. So we're going to use prepare carefully to make sure we get the guys we want. They're going to be fairly heavily armed and armored early. Our playthrough is not specifically about the base building, although clearly we're going to need to do that, but our goal is to get up and running as quickly as possible so that we can attack Imperial villages and facilities in the area. That's what we want to try. We want to try this moving and attacking that way. So, with that in mind, let's go ahead and let's take a look at the mods. I've got too much probably loaded, to be honest. I was looking at potentially doing some medieval stuff, so you can see some of that. I do want to add in braziers. We are going to be playing, it'd be nice to build an actual little fortified base. We don't need the tribal stuff. Crystalline patch. Let's just take out the crystallides for now. We could probably get rid of the milkable animals as well. Let's go ahead and leave in some of these other races. I like the idea of that. Let's we'll slide them up here to the humanoid races mod, so they're kind of there where we can see them. Opinion. Might as well leave the opinion. I don't really have an issue with them one way or the other. Let's see. None of those are going to work. Crystallines, we took out bows, stuffed floors. Let's put follow me under there. I think that's for pets. We could do some hunting and stuff if we decide we want to go with some aggressive animals. More vanilla turrets, I like the idea of that, because we're probably going to build some of that. There we go. Let's throw that in there. And I think that's it. So, our final list is going to be Hugs Lib, Miscellaneous Core, Jex Tools, Miscellaneous Training, more Trade Ships, Allow Tool, Medical Tab. We've got the two prosthetics ones now, don't we? Bionics and Surgery Expansion. On top of... I don't know if those conflict or not, to be honest. We'll leave them in. We'll see what happens. Anyway... let's see. Colony Manager, hand me that brick. Miscellaneous Robots, prepare carefully. Efficient Light, Stack Merger, Tag Trait. Floored. Pawns play poker. Refugee stats. The 3 Star Wars stats. Humanoid alien races with the Equium, the Zen, the Zabrak, and the Apini. Smarter food selection. Basic bridges, fish industry, and braziers. Follow me. More vanilla turrets, and our two bionics and prosthetics ones here. So let's see what happens when we hit OK. Make sure it doesn't blow up on us or anything. I was thinking about it for a while. I don't think that's really particularly good, but hasn't given us any horrible errors yet. Unless you consider the ship breaking in half an orbit an error. It's a very subtle error message. Oh, we had a menu for half a second. Initializing. Come on, you can do it. There we go. Alright, new colony. Let's go. We'll do this, but we'll start with, we'll do a scenario editor. That one. There. Edit mode. We want 4 people, I think. Player faction. Can we change that? I guess we'll just go new arrivals. I wish you could set, like, for one of the other factions that's already in the game, but oh well. Drop pods is fine. I don't care about crypto sleep. We'll leave it on there. It doesn't really matter one way or the other. Some silver, packaged medicine, components. We're going to get rid of these because we are going to add our own. Oops, I'm not sure what I deleted there that we needed, but ship chunk, steel, packaged survival meals. We're going to give ourselves a few more survival meals. After all, it's supposed to be a military operation. They're landing with stuff, right? And now we can go ahead and add. We'll just do the rest and prepare carefully. That's fine. I think we're just going to go Cassandra Classic this time. Actually, you know what? We are going to go Phoebe Chillax. Right? We're going to create our own. And we'll go. Let's start a little lower. Let's go some challenge. Because our goal is not necessarily the base side of things. Our goal is to try the raiding side of things. So we're going to create our own challenges. And if we're too busy just trying to stay alive, we're not going to be able to do that as easily. So let's go to make a slightly bigger world just for the heck of it. Randomize seed. Was that pair of pants there somewhere? I think I saw that. We're going to go with that again. If I didn't see that, who knows where that came from. There's some sort of weird mental hiccup there. Let's make it a little bit warmer. Why not? There we go. Generate. Just because we haven't really played with much of that. Maybe we can live kind of in this portion of the world if it's warmer. Alright. Now, our goal is to raid Imperial Housing. There's a bunch of imps down here. Look at all of them down here. That looks like a good spot. There's quite a few right in here too. A couple up here. 3 of them in there. I don't know, this area down here, there's a bunch. I'm thinking maybe. We don't really have roads though there. That's unfortunate. I wish we had some more. We've got this road. You know, the road will make travel a little faster. We've got 2 of them there fairly close. As well as some potential friends. Let's see, what is that? Ancient asphalt road, stone road. Imperial 43rd. White. Oh, so just the white is Imperial? Imperial 10th. And then these are something else. Okay. So. 3 of them up there. We got a couple there. I'm kind of thinking right down here then. We've got one here, one here. They're both on roads. We've got some Imperials here too, so maybe that's not bad, right? We've got some support in theory. What's the someplace like that? What's the terrain like right there? Small hills. Kind of prefer bigger hills, to be honest. That's mountainous. That might be too much. Large hills. I'm kind of thinking that. Large hills should give us some decent places to build in. Not quite year-round. 1st through the 11th. Summers is 102. Winters aren't terrible. We might even be able to grow continually through if that's what our temperature's going to be, even though we don't officially have a growing period. What if we were to go farther north? Can we get to year-round? Nah. No worries. So that's mountainous. Alright. I think something like right there. Those are all flat for the roads. Oops. Figure out how to move stuff. Yeah, none of these... That's large hills on the road. Puts us closer to there. No, I think this is fine. We can do one trip over to hit the road. That's okay. Alright, so let's go ahead. Advance, let's make that a bigger space. 350 by 350. How about that? We don't need to make it all the way big. Okay, so what we want to do here is we want, I think, what? A combat medic, a combat engineer, and 2 other soldiers. So I think we just roll. We'll go ahead and go to EDB to do that. But we're going to look for some sort of backstory. You know, this guy, Glitter World Surgeon, that's... Medieval lording doesn't really fit that. But, you know, these are the rebels. You never know where people are coming from. Maybe the Empire, you know, broke something up from him, you know, as they brought in peace and order and all those horrible things, you know, and he lost that political power, right? But he took his money to become a surgeon. Hey, he's not bad, actually. Decent medicine, artistic. We may not have to change him. But let's go ahead and go to prepare carefully anyway. He's not terrible. We'll come back to that. We got a computer programmer here, apocalypse survivor, and human computer. More shooting and intellectual. Interesting. It says a mid-world dictator decided to employ her to keep track of the... My mouse just decided to roll there. The state's finances and expenditures. So maybe she worked for a hut, right? Before breaking free and joining the rebellion. I think that's good. She's psychically hypersensitive, which could be bad, and a hard worker. That's good there. No injuries or conditions. She doesn't artistic, but, you know, Keith here has pretty good artistic. Deco, child spy and novel. Interesting. Too smart and also psychically sensitive. So if we run into any... Well, at least... let's see. Male versus female, maybe? Nope. Huh. Let's do one is one and one is the other. That way if we get hit by a psychic event, they hopefully both don't get hit. Hopefully it's either for men or women. And a pilot. And he's psychically dull. Green thumb. Ugly. We're going to get rid of the addiction there. That's not terrible. We don't have an engineer. He's really artistic. That novelist got us. Screw it. Let's re-roll him. Let's try to come up with something a little bit more soldierly here. Oh, well, that was another surgeon. Space Navy doctor. Okay. That is actually a better doctor, right? Incapable of hauling or mining. Brawler and optimist. That's interesting, because that brawler's not going to want to have a gun. That's not necessarily terrible. Well, we'll go with it. We'll go with it. So this one actually comes up with something that kind of military. Space Navy doctor. So good at medicine, good at social. We've got our starfighter pilot here. He's good at shooting, good at intellectual. Human computer. Also good at shooting and intellectual. Alright, so this guy we don't need anymore. We don't need a surgeon. We've got an actual Space Navy doctor. Let's see if we can come up with something along the lines of a combat engineer. Who knows what we're going to come up with? Recruiter, that wasn't bad. That one actually had scout. I guess we could always just manually change those two, but it's more fun this way. See what we can come up with. War refugee's not a terrible one either. Starship janitor. Interesting. Oh, that was a fat-growing soldier, damn it. Guess that's kind of our version of a clone. Clone trooper, right? Another starship janitor. A geologist, sailor. Man, they like that starship janitor. Oh, notice we're getting some, our Equium, or our Thokwash as we're calling them. I hadn't been looking over there at that. Mute, Sheriff, Sculptor. You know, there's all sorts of military ones in here. We're just not getting any of them, are we? Glitter World Officer. Melee and Artistic. We don't... That's interesting. Factory worker. Come on, get us something. Oh, explosive expert might have been what we wanted there. Sometimes I get used to clicking and I'm not paying. I go clicking too fast. Man, it just doesn't want to give it. There we go. Mech War Veteran. Cook and shoot. Orphan of War. There we go. A wimp, though. We can't have that in there, because that person, as soon as he gets him, even a tiny bit of pain, immobilizes him. So that won't work for this, right? This person isn't that. Let's just do a... That we could live with. What does it do with trigger happy? Aiming time. So, very... likes to shoot, but trigger happy. Okay. And can cook. That's not terrible. Well, I didn't really have my engineer, but we've got our computer person here. Do you have anybody that can construct or mine? 7 construction, 4 mining, 1 mining, 1 construction. That's not ideal, but can grow. There's our 0 and 0. Oh, 0 and not at all. Likes to construct, 0 mining, but we can live with that, I think. So, what is a pilot fan? Okay. I think that's it. I think that's our 4 people. Let's look at equipment here. Resources, we're going to go apparel. They need to have some sort of rebel outfits. Which so far, anyway, I'm not... I mean, seeing Sith, you know, and Jedi stuff. Somewhere down here I know they exist. It's just a matter of... Do we have to go all the way down to R, to Rebel? Let's see, Rat. Rebel Alliance helmet. There we go. We don't want the cold helmet, per se. Rebel Scout. Let's, couple of those. Flight suit. We had an officer, right? We'll make somebody an officer. Is that it? Power, just generic power armor. Maybe the rest of it's just under Scout. Shore Trooper. Oh, that's the new Star Wars stuff from the new movie, I'm assuming. I thought there was stuff just called Scout. But I'm clearly not seeing any of it. They didn't really give us as much stuff for the Rebels as they did for the Imps, did they? I mean, I can understand that, but that's stuff for the Zen. Flight suits. Apparel. All materials. Let's see what comes under Synthread. Uniform pants. I don't really see much popping up just randomly. I guess we'll go all materials again. Alliance pilot helmet. We do have one pilot, right? So let's go to knock. Actually, I like that one better. And I guess we could have given him the flight suit too, huh? We did see that. Armor vest. This is frustrating. I hate going through big lists like this. I wish there was an easier way to kind of see this stuff, you know? Camel hair uniform pants. A camo jacket. That might be okay. Let's add 2 of those. And see if we can find that flight suit again. And call it a day, right? We'll have an officer, a pilot, and our 2 soldiers, right? I guess we need pants at some point too, though. Let's see. Does the uniform officer come with pants? No. Oh yeah, it does. Left leg, right leg. Camo jacket does not. Okay. So we will need some sort of pants for him. Cat skin. Let's maybe not go with cat skin. How about just cloth? Let's see if we can find cloth uniform pants. Ah, they're white though. That seems odd. Cobra skin. I'm guessing the flight suit probably. Oh, we should do. Let's do Devil Strand. There we go. Bright red to go with the green camo jackets, right? That makes sense. Where the heck is the flight suit? Was it under F? G. Human leather, husky fur, hyperweave. We go with the iguana. At least that's green. I don't know if it's any good. But it's the right color. Imperial Command. Oh, that's Imperial Navy. Jedi robes. Mandalorian. We could have gone Mandalorian. Maybe we'll have to do one of that later. That might be interesting. I don't know what we do with the story, though. If you have a story for Mandalorians that we can do on Rimworld, leave it in the comments. I'd love to hear it. Maybe that's what we'll do next. Just power armor. I'm just looking for that flight suit now. There we go. Alright. And then we're going to need some weapons of some sort. Weapons. Assault rifle. Well, what if we give the officer blaster pistol? Soldiers, conflict support, starships. Okay. Looks like that one works for us. Maybe one for the pilot too, right? So it's 2 of those, and then we'll need some rifles. clone troopers. Heavy blaster. Huh. Interesting. Blaster carbine. Doesn't seem terrible. I'm looking for something that specifically says that one's favored by Mandalorians. Looking for something that specifically says Rebels. You know, this is our Stormtrooper one. Everything else here is kind of non-Star Wars. Not that that's Scout Blaster. Huh. Well, we're not looking for a holdout weapon. We already have 2 people with pistols as it is. Kind of thinking maybe, let's see, T-21. Kind of thinking we go with that heavy blaster rifle for one person and then just a regular one for everybody else. You know what I'm thinking? Or you know what I'm saying? At ST. That's what we need. Let's see. How about one of these? And sure. Why not? Blaster carbine. There we go. So that's our weapons and armor. I think that's probably it, right? I don't think we necessarily need much. I'm not sure how we're going to travel to kill things, but if our goal is just to kill things, then we don't necessarily need to take much with us, just food. Let's, let's go, right? Hey, it only took us the first half hour just to get going. Let's at least see our world, and then we'll save and get going on, you know, for the first episode here. We can skip that because we changed our story already. Everybody come down. There we go. War. Oh, there's war going on. Well, that's appropriate, huh? Okay. So let's see. Who do we got here? This is our computer. That's our pilot. Pilot's easy. We can find his gear pretty quick, right? Is that the officer uniform? There's his helmet. Mech warrior veteran. I think he gets he's gonna get the big weapon, right? Yeah. Kimmy's our doctor. I think the doctor's probably the officer, right? And get the flight suit on. Alright. Pilot gets a pistol. Doctor gets a pistol. Computer gets the carbine. Helmet. Something like that. Pants. Is that already wearing the uniform? Yeah, and still needed pants. I could have swore that said that it Left leg, right leg. Don't know. Alright, let's go ahead and unforbid everything. Let's give it a quick save real fast. Rebel scouts. And then figure out where we want this base to be. I would like it to be somewhere that we can really control access pretty easily. Something like right in here. Like I say, this isn't going to be a huge base building one. We're going to do some of that because we have to. But it's not the primary goal. Our primary goal is actually to go elsewhere. And so I'd like kind of someplace that we can build a nice little fortified area. You know, I think right in here is where we're going to go. We can pretty easily block off this. Heck, we could block off quite a bit. We could get blocked all the way down to here and here. And then even go through here if we want. But I think initially we're just going to keep this area right here. I think that's probably going to be our goal. So, we've got food kind of scattered all over the place. We're way up there. I guess the other option is kind of down in here. It's a little more central. It's still towards the bottom. That's a fox. I was like, what the heck is that? No, I think we're going right here. I think this is it. We've got some resources nearby. What I kind of like to do actually is block all of this off and then make an entranceway that actually comes through the mountain, maybe a winding road through the mountain where we have kill spots that we can poke out and shoot, and that way to control the range and also control the number of people that can be in on it at any one time. I think that's my plan. So let's go ahead real fast. We're going to make a zone area right here. We're going to just put our stockpile, bam, right there. Call that a day. We'll go ahead. We'll put down a couple of sleeping spots down here. Something like that. And we'll get... Oh, let's make sure everybody can haul. Not everybody can haul. The doctor, of course, is useless, as doctors are. Everybody can flick, though. He can warden. He can hunt. He can cook. Construction, I think, gets turned on for everybody. Growing gets turned on for those two. Mining gets turned on for everybody. It's a shame the doctor can't mine either. Or research. Well, he's going to be our #1 cleaner. But he can do some plant cutting. So I think what I'm going to do is, we're going to turn this on. We're going to turn haul on #1 for these guys. Right. Get the basics here. Turned on. Cooking when we get that far. Hunting. Hauling right now I think is going to be it. But the doctor can also plant cut. So I think while everybody else is moving stuff, I think the doctor comes down here and chops down pretty much all these trees. Something like that. That way, at least we're adding to our resources while these other people are carrying crap. You know what I'm saying? Alright, we're going to let them start doing this. Hope you enjoyed this first little bit. I know we didn't have an actual lot of gameplay as we went into it. But if you did like it, give us a thumbs up. If you hated it, thumbs down. I'd love to hear what your thoughts are on what we should do with this beyond just doing some raiding, or if you even think that is a good idea. And I'd like to, if you have any ideas on what we could do for a Mandalorian story, that would be awesome, because we could do that for our next story. For no apparent reason, everybody loves the Mandalorians. And, you know, maybe we could do like slavers or something like that. That might be interesting. Again, depending on how the rating goes on this episode. Anyway, if you'd like to see how this story turns out, or if you'd like to see any of our other gaming coverage, do not forget to subscribe, and we will see you next time. May the Force be with you.